Well, hello everyone, and welcome to, it's not Life on Board Amy Jo anymore. On this one, it's Life on Board Green Sandpiper.
Yeah.
Yes, we're on the hire boat, and we're up in, I'll leave you to guess where we are.
We're not quite on the boat yet.
Not quite on the boat yet,
but there you go.
So we're just going to go and pick it up, so we'll catch up with you shortly.
And this is without any sailing knowledge whatsoever.
This is our first obstacle on the cruise. This is Bonnie Bridge, and like all bridges and locks on this stretch of the canal, it has to be booked. But it's ready in about 10 minutes. We're good to go, I think. Yeah, we're ready to go, sir. So that's it, we're off. Yeah, that's Bonnie Bridge through. As you can see, it's quite impressive. It's not a lift bridge that we're aware of where it's hinged at one end. It's actually got 4 ramps, so that was quite a surprise. But what is different on this cruise, of course, we have a full complement. We've got Chris's brother Alan, and on the helm is Catherine, who's doing very well on the helm. In fact, Catherine's quite good on the helm because she helms used to helm their sailing boat. Needless to say, Chris is with me, of course, and he goes without saying, there's the little man.
I think he likes to cruise the stern.
He likes to cruise the stern. Look, he can lay and sit in the sun, bless him. The Forth and Clyde Canal as a canal opened in 1790, crossing central Scotland. It provided a route for the seagoing vessels of the day between the Firth of Forth and the Firth of Clyde at the narrowest part of the Scottish lowlands. This allowed navigation from Edinburgh on the east coast to the port of Glasgow on the west coast. The canal is 35 miles or 56 kilometres long, and it runs from the River Carron at Grangemouth to the River Clyde at Bowling, and had an important basin at Port Dundas in Glasgow. We're just approaching the first lock of the holiday and the first lock on our trip on the canal. The good thing about the locks on this canal is they're all manned and they're all booked at pre-designated times, and you have to talk to the boat movement team. But they've obviously got the lock ready for us, and we're good to go straight in by the look of it. So I'm going to stop filming while I go in and talk to you later. Oh, now this locks are interesting, and no, they're not getting wet down there. They're perfectly dry, but it doesn't look it, does it? There you go. Coming up rather nicely. It looks vicious, but it really isn't. The flow of water is pretty good on the other side there, so no worse than Northgate locks here. Now you may be wondering why so much water's pouring over the top of the gates. Well, they're actually designed to do that because the Scottish locks, unlike the English locks, don't have bywashes that allow excess water to flow past them. So basically the excess water is allowed to flow into the lock. Well, I promised you a quick tour of the boat, so here we are at the front. That's the world deck out there. I'm not going out there because it is bitter cold, and we're keeping these curtains closed because there's a heck of a draft coming in through those doors. So we've got ourselves a little telly there, and guess who? This is our room, our bed. Oodles of storage underneath. There's no chest of drawers or anything like that, but under the bed storage is amazing. And then it's a corridor, so if it goes suddenly dark, I apologise, but in here is a wardrobe. That's it. We have down the corridor a bit further our bathroom. So it's a pump out toilet, macerator toilet, so press the button and it does the job after you've done your job. Nice big shower. I'm looking forward to trying that out later. So it's actually well fitted out, this boat, I've got to say. That's the dirty washing bag. So that's that. Back out into the corridor and we come into bedroom 2. Again, another double bed. Not a lot of storage on view, but a heck of a lot of storage under the bed. So there we go. And down past the wardrobe. Another bathroom, identical to our one. Shower behind the door. And this is the business end. We're in full production of dinner at the moment, so excuse the mess. But here's our galley. We have a microwave, which we can only use when the engine's running apparently. We have our fridge, sink and etc. Our chef on the cooker there.
Oh, thanks.
Oh.
It was me earlier.
Sorry, that's the chef's assistant. I do apologise. Now this is an ingenious dinette. I like this. This is a full-length dinette. Hello, puppy.
Oh, he's out because
the table drops down into a bed if we want to, but when there's lots of us on board, we have this ingenious little chair system, and you pull it up.
That is
I'm just putting you down for a minute.
Turn it down.
Oh, yeah. It should be simmering. What are you doing?
And that becomes another chair.
Yeah, it should
Brilliant.
be simmering for 20 minutes.
And then out the back there is the cruiser stern.
I think so.
So it's not a bad boat actually. For a hire boat, it's in really nice condition. It's clean, it's tidy, apart from the mess that we've left in it. And it's got lovely big windows for seeing out, and it's quite bright and airy. And for those of you that know me, I bought my own internet. So there we go. That's it. That's green sandpiper from bow to stern. Well, it's day 2. We've just left our mooring at Kirkintilloch, and we're now heading down towards Glasgow. We've got a few lift bridges to deal with, which the boat movement team are going to help us with, and our first one is 10:30. So we have about 3/4 of an hour to do a half-hour journey, but we're just passing all these line of moorings. Ours was right on the very end there. Just passing Kirkintilloch Marina. Nice little marina here. And the first bridge of the morning. This is Twicker Bridge. I think that's how it's pronounced. It's a lift bridge, this one, not a hydraulic one.
Can't collect his toe.
Thank you. Come on then.
Beautiful, aren't they?
Housing estate there.
Oh, right there. So beautiful. Everything on it.
Yeah.
What time does that show up? Look past it.
And the next bridge of the day. This is Hillhead Bridge, and the lock keeper, the bridge keeper. I keep saying lock keeper. The bridge keeper's already seen us, so we're just waiting for the traffic, and then we can proceed. This one looks like it's a swing bridge rather than a lift bridge. Oh, it appears that the Scottish canals have the same sort of issues that the CNRT canals have, and that is that they can't get into the control cabinet to flick the switches to open the bridge because the doors see shut. So they're gone in search of some WD-40 and something to open the door with. So we're stuck at the moment. So we're just holding off on the pontoon,
Chilling out.
the mooring pontoon that's provided for us, until they give us the go-ahead. Eventually they broke into the control room and the bridge is now swinging for us. But, I've just, the supervisor just told me somebody put super glue in the lock. How's that?
Properly vandal-proof then.
Proper vandal proof that, eh? Well, there we go, we're through the bridge now. We're just coming into the outskirts of Glasgow now. This is Kirkintilloch. Push cab, mate. When the Foxes were here a couple of months ago, they couldn't actually make this turn because of this bridge works. But we are clear today, fortunately, so we are actually going to make the turn. But the bridge has come a long way since they were through here, I've got to say. Looks like it's almost complete. But I've been told I've got to turn right to turn left. Now, I really don't understand why, because it looks quite clear to just make the turn left, so that's what I'm going to do. So excuse me while I stop filming while I do this. Right, so we've made the turn, and as you can see, the bridge is unusual in as much as it's a three-way bridge. So there's one arm comes this way, the other arm goes back the way we just came from, and this arm crosses over to this side. Very unusual bridge.
And it's mounted up, isn't it?
But it's all held together by that spire there, which is intriguing. Well, that's it. We're in Glasgow. We're about a mile from the city centre. You can see the towers of the churches and the whatnot of the town centre. It's about a mile that way, but we're actually moored up outside the Scottish Canals headquarters. Just up the end there are their workshops. These, I believe, were workshops in their day, but don't look like they're being used anymore. A bit redundant. And just here is their headquarters. This is the centre of Scottish Canals operations. So we can't get much closer. And down through that away, through that Bascule Bridge, is about another mile of canal, but mostly private moorings down that way. So we won't be heading down any further than that. And here we are, and we'll be staying here tomorrow so that they can go and investigate the city, and then we'll be moving off on Monday. But not a bad little spot here. Well, just at the end of the canal here is Speaker Martin's Lock. It was opened by the Speaker of the House of Parliament in 2006. However, it's probably the end of the navigation for us hire boaters. But this particular wharf along here with these buildings housed mills and a sugar factory behind, and they've all now been converted into apartments. But you can imagine all the boats being moored up here with their masts, and the hubbub of industrial life going on here. Absolutely fabulous. Sadly, all that's left these days of that industrial past are these old mooring rings that line the grassed area here. The ships would have tied up to. Again, as you can see, the canal is quite high up. In fact, there are lorry trailers down below there, and that's the city over there. But Catherine, Alan and Chris are going to go off exploring tomorrow. I'm staying with the boat and Smudge. Believe it or not, this bridge here wasn't actually a bridge. During the Second World War, it was a series of stop locks, and when the night air raids began in 1941, the city was in danger of flooding if any bombs hit the canal. A series of stop locks like this was installed between here and Stockingfield Junction to limit the damage. While they were never used, we made this one into a new bridge to walk across. Very little evidence of the stop locks remain now, except this small indentation in the stonework. That's all that's left.
Just a little bit of the precincted area of Glasgow. Apparently that's one of the largest cineworlds, the tallest in the UK, they say, on the tour. We were up Pavilion, Lauders. It's very busy today because there's a football match on. Obviously still places with gift shops and greeting cards. Don't often see them anymore.